The trouble is, this does create, does it not, a two-tier society between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Looking at your own paper says that if you haven't been vaccinated, you won't be able to go to nightclubs and theatres and big sporting events and many other places. So you will be discriminated against.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the word discrimination's got a very loaded meaning in the English language now. But really, when it comes to risk management, it's all about discrimination. So the reason we vaccinate elderly people first is they're more at risk. The reason why we ensure that people are vaccinated is because it then reduces the risk of transmission, not merely of you getting ill yourself, but of you passing on the disease. So I think since everybody's going to be able to get the vaccination, other than those, as I say, who for medical reasons can't, then I think it really is important that people get encouraged to get vaccinated. And we also make suggestions as to how we can make sure you get proper proof of vaccination. I mean, actually, the NHS people have done a good job in the NHS app, but we need to make that interoperable with other systems so that you can use this as proof of vaccination throughout the world.
I use the word discrimination advisedly because we know that people from ethnic minorities are less likely to be vaccinated. So figures saying among the over 50s, there is on average 25% less vaccine take-up among black people than white people. Now, that is discrimination. If you're going to push them into a second
the
tier.
answer to that, Andrew, is to encourage people from that community to get vaccinated. And one other thing I think is very important, particularly in the context of the call to vaccinate the world by the end of 2022.
But might this not have exactly the opposite effect? I mean, there's a very interesting Sage paper about the hostility to government generally and the suspicion of government generally in these groups. It says, and I'm quoting, that because of historical issues and contemporary perceptions of institutional racism, it's much harder to persuade these groups to take the vaccine. And telling them they have to, or they're going to be kept out of sporting events and many other places, is simply going to make them feel angrier, not less.
I'm not sure about that. I really think if you explain the facts to people, they can see the value of getting vaccinated.